A key to life is loving yourself. And to love yourself, you really need to know who you are. In my life, I have really worked on understanding who I am and showing myself true love. And today, I would love to share that with you. The key to a great life is to know how to love. And being able to love others starts with loving yourself and having self-confidence in who you are. I have learned how to truly love and accept myself over the years and to see myself the way God sees me. And it has brought me to an amazing place in my life. And I want to share these simple strategies with you if you need some encouragement today. Hey friends, welcome to my channel, Sincerely Sasha, where we discuss motivational ways that you can love yourself, be the best you, and to live your dreams. I'm Sasha, and today I would like to talk to you about 3 simple ways that you can boost your self-confidence today. And these are steps that you can actually take right now and implement into your life to have a better future and a better outlook on who you are. And I have a special challenge at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So we can say that self-love really means that you are your own best friend. And for me as a Christian, I really like to lean on Psalms 139, verse 14. And it says, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And what does that really mean? Fearfully made means there is nothing like you. You are spectacular, you are unique, you are beautiful. And wonderfully made just means that you have so much to give in your life and that there is nothing like you. No other creation, no animal, no tree, nothing in this world is like you. And you are uniquely you, and you are very special. So once you understand who you are and how you were made and how unique and special and beautiful you truly are, your mindset starts to shift and the way that you feel about yourself starts to change. And that starts to show on the outside even. And everything I say here in any of my videos, I only speak from personal experience because I used to struggle with thinking about myself in a negative way. And we'll get into that in this video today because I want to encourage you to take the steps that I did because I know how much better I feel in my life and how much it's really done for me. So step 1 is to give yourself grace and forgive yourself for your mistakes and let it go and move on. It's a very hard thing to do. It is easy to say, but I promise you, when you implement this into your life, you will see a drastic change and you'll almost feel like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. And I know for myself that when I did this, I definitely felt that way. As human beings, we all make mistakes and we will continue to make them in the future. We're only human. But the most important thing that you can do when you have made a mistake is to look at it at face value for what it is and then understand what went wrong and then don't make that same mistake again. Learn from it. That is the most valuable thing you can take from a mistake because you cannot change the past. You simply can't. So there's no point in living in the past, in thinking about the past, dwelling on the past, worrying about the past. These are all things that I have done for a long time in my life. And I realized one day I woke up and I thought, I cannot hold on to these things anymore. Whether it was a mistake I made or if it was a hurt that someone had caused me, I had to simply let it go. And I found such freedom and such a release once I did. And I know you will too. And when I talk about people who have hurt you, I understand that it can be very difficult to let things go, especially if they've hurt you very deeply. And I know that I have gone through similar things in my life where people who have been very close to me have hurt me deeply. And I held on to it for far too long, far too long. Because when you hold on to these things, it just festers within you. It doesn't actually affect the other person at all. They might not even know that you're thinking of them. But for you, it festers and it sits and it grows in you, and it makes you more upset, more sad, more angry even. And at some point you just have to wake up and decide, I need to let this go because I want to move on with my life and I want to have a great life. And so I came to the realization in my life that, I need to just list all of the people who I still feel I'm holding on to something that they've hurt me with. And I'm going to say that I forgive them and let it go. And then I'm going to say that I forgive myself and let it go. And it took some time to start to feel that I've let things go, but over time, it it disappeared. And when I would think about those moments from the past, they wouldn't even affect me anymore. So it's a very freeing thing to do. I know it's hard. And again, I don't want to diminish things that have happened to you because I know that humans can hurt other humans and it's not fair. But this is for your own self so that you can move forward. And part of that as well is speaking positively to yourself and treating yourself kindly and with love in the case that you've made a mistake, for example. Because the way I always look at it is, if I had one of my best friends come to me with a problem or, a mistake that they might have made in their past, how would I talk to them? Would I put them down? Would I call them names? Would I, you know, make them feel horrible about this issue? No, not at all. I would encourage them. I would give them love. I would give them support. I would try to work this out with them, whatever the issue may be, if I can help in any way. I would be their friend, right? And so that's what I'm trying to relay to you. You have to be your best friend. You know, think of the way that you are talking to yourself in your mind about a certain situation. And instead of beating yourself up about it, talk to yourself as if you were your best friend. And that leads me into step two. Step two, stop thinking and speaking negative words about yourself, and stop right now. I mean it. This has been something that was very difficult in my own life to implement because I would speak negatively about myself in small ways sometimes and sometimes in big ways. And it really affected me way more than I knew. When you think about your thoughts about yourself or in general, I always think of, how did the world become to be? Not the physical world, but everything within it. For example, the couch you may be sitting on, or the home that you're in, or the phone or laptop that you're watching this video on. They became what they are now by a thought. They started in the mind, right? They first started in someone's mind. Someone thought of the idea of creating this couch, and then they put a plan together to actually create it. And they got the materials and they put it together. And then that's how it became to be. Everything in this world starts in a thought, and that includes how you feel about yourself. That includes how you carry yourself and what you think about yourself. So it is vital that you make sure to stop any negative thoughts that you have about yourself and change them. So we'll get into that. One of my favorite success coaches is Bob Proctor, and he said it best: what you think about, you bring about. It's so simple, but it's so true. This is especially what you think about yourself, you bring about within yourself. So if you're thinking negative thoughts, what do you think will come from those thoughts? Going deeper into what Bob Proctor said, in Proverbs 23, verse 7, it says, as he thinks in his heart, so is he. And it's the exact same principle. As you think within your heart about many things, but in this specific topic about yourself, that is exactly what you will be. So if you think of the thoughts, the negative thoughts that you might have about yourself, if you say that you're stupid, or that you can't do anything right, or that you're not worthy of love, what do you think will come from that? Those exact things that you've said will actually show up in your life. But the good news is that the reverse is true. When you start to speak and think positive things about yourself, those things will become true in your life. As he thinks in his heart, so is he. So you have a decision. What do you want in your life? What do you want out of your life? What do you want to see yourself as? And who do you want to be? I've asked myself those very same questions. And that really led me through this journey of changing my thought pattern of negative thoughts towards myself into positive ones. And I promise you, if you do this, you will see the benefits. I promise you. So again, I encourage you to stop right now. Stop any negative thoughts that you have about yourself. And that will lead us into step 3. So step 3 is to speak positively about yourself. Now, when I say speak positively, I mean actually verbally speak out loud. So one thing that I implemented into my life when I stopped thinking negative thoughts and stopped speaking negative words over myself and towards myself, I learned that in order to stop your mind from running, because my mind runs, I have a lot of thoughts all the time, but you basically, to stop and shut that mind running off, you have to speak verbally out loud what you want. So for example, if you tell yourself that you're unworthy of love, stop right there as soon as you catch that thought and immediately say, I am lovable. If you think to yourself all the time, hey, I'm stupid, I can't do anything right, stop immediately and say, I am smart and I might not know the answer, but I will figure it out later. You can use this for anything, really. There are a million things that we tell ourselves, unfortunately, that are negative, and you can really apply that to anything. And it's so simple. You just take the negative thought and replace it with a positive word. And I know that if you are at work, for example, or you're with friends and a negative thought comes up about yourself, you can't just sit at your desk and say, I am worthy of love out loud. Of course, it's going to be a little weird, right? But I would recommend going to a private place, go to the bathroom or go to an office that's closed or there's no one in there, and just speak it to yourself. You don't have to speak it loudly, but speak it. And do this immediately every time you catch yourself in a negative thought. So to recap, the 3 steps of loving yourself more and having more self-confidence is number 1, know who you are. Know that you are unique and special, and there is no one like you in the world. There has never been anyone like you, and there never will be anyone like you. So when you understand that, you know how special you are, and everyone is special. Number 2, stop speaking negative words about yourself and stop thinking negative words about yourself immediately. And number 3, start speaking positively and speak it out loud. Don't just think it, speak it. This will do wonders for you, I promise. And to go to my challenge for you, my challenge for this week, for the next 7 days, starting right now, is to take out a piece of paper or start a note on your phone and write down the top 5 negative words that you talk to yourself about, that you have in your mind that usually will come up or that you speak to yourself with. And write those out, those negative words, and then write 5 positive words that replace those negative thoughts. And for example, if you say you're stupid all the time, write, I'm smart. It's very, very simple, but it will really change your life drastically if you actually do this. So take a piece of paper or your notepad, write out the 5 negative words that you usually say about yourself, and write 5 positive words that you should say about yourself. And then what I would like you to do is, over the next 7 days, starting from today, every time you start to feel yourself thinking negatively and you catch yourself, then either pull out that note or the piece of paper, or just simply say out loud the positive word to replace that negative thought. I promise you, I have done this in my life, and over time, it got easier. It was hard in the beginning, but it got a lot easier. And every time I would start to speak positively about myself, I started to feel better about myself, and I started to love myself deeper and more wholly, more fulfilled. And I started having more self-confidence as well. And I promise you, you're going to see a shift. When I started to do this almost 9 years ago now, my friends and family even started to notice a change in me. And it's so simple, but it speaks volumes. What you think about, you bring about, right? And I just want to encourage you to be the best you and to really know yourself and love yourself, because we only have one life and it is short in the grand scheme of things. And I feel that you should go through life loving yourself and being self confident. So, if you have taken 5 minutes of your time to write out the negative thoughts that you usually have about yourself and write out the 5 positive thoughts and affirmations that you will be speaking, please put them in the comments below, because I would really love to see them and encourage you on this journey to implement this over the next 7 days and to keep going. And if you think this video can help someone else and if it brings value, please do share it. I would really love to encourage as many people as possible, because that's why I'm here. I needed a lot of encouragement many years ago, and a lot of the things I'll be talking about in these videos are the exact things that helped me get to the place where I am today, where I'm happy, confident, enjoying life, doing the things I love to do with the people I love. And I want that for you as well. Please also like this video and subscribe if you want more motivational content to help you love yourself, be the best you, and live your dreams. Thank you for watching. This has been Sincerely Sasha, and I will see you in the next one. Let's grow together.